Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal institution.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave, and we got a very, very, very special show for you guys because we got a little bit of bad news. Catch 33 had a slight little tiny bit of a delay.
I
a little
ordered
bit of
the
a
wrong
hiccup.
fucking board. That's the end of the story, pretty much.
But the only way to properly explain what happened would be to have the entire goddamn cast and crew on right now. So we got Tommy C, we got the ColossalisCrazy, and one of the best artists in the game today, the one and only, your Lord, Vega. They're all here, and we're all going to be taking your calls, your questions, and we're going to give you the best update on everything that's happening with Catch 33 as we possibly can. What's going on, boys? What happened? Why are we not having
the main reason is because we're bored and we have nothing better to do.
That's right, yeah. I was speaking showy, clown. Fuck.
All right, I'm sorry.
The truth is, clown, you fucked up again. You're thinking about butterflies and bees and smoking cigarettes, and then you didn't get the right chord, right?
Well, I'm sorry for the small fuck up today, but have you seen your Twitter recently, Tommy? It's a bit of a fucking mess. I mean, I think by comparison, it doesn't really compare.
Good point.
Let's start this off to be a big circle jerk. I didn't call clown a fucking asshole.
Yeah. It's got to be more like baited. You've got to call me out for shit, Tommy.
I hate you, you fucking limey.
There's not enough screaming yet. There's not enough screaming. We need more screaming.
No.
I hope Tommy's going to be able to provide this role for Catch 33. Well, effectively being what Keemstar was to Baited. In a sort of way, just more Irish and more
I swear to God, I'm not going to work around you and fucking, stab you in the back or, I can't. I mean, I sort of want to address that a little bit.
Sure.
Obviously, I decided to play a character on Baited, or not a character, so to speak, but
I
took a less because the stars, I didn't get in the way of the stars. I added what I thought I could add. The Tommy C bit I've been doing I've been doing long before anybody else has, I've been doing long before I met any of you guys. So I just thought, if I went on and did Tommy C, then it would be just fucking, who the fuck is that guy? Well, and then instead I just got you're a dick sucker. So I figured I do it for the fucking team. But yeah, you're probably going to see a different side of me and more of the Tommy C I do on SFTP in the future.
Yeah, there's no way.
If that call was any measure of Tommy,
so.
Yeah. For sure.
So
I heard a lot of screaming.
He's the animator guy. A lot of people probably don't know who he is in the chat because he's the first time we've kind of had him on the show. But he's a big part of the show. And I know it's called the Catch 33 podcast, but actually we're kind of splitting it quarter ways now. It's 25 each because of the things that Vega is going to bring to the show.
You guys are going to see why very fucking soon.
Yeah.
This is, nothing like anything. There's going to be no comparison to podcasts on YouTube. It is it's not going to be. I hope I'm not putting too much pressure on you there.
I think you are. Every time you guys get live on the show and you talk shit, you put a lot of pressure on her.
Well, good. Well, I'm going to do it. You better get it right, or you can kiss your 25% goodbye.
Dude, you were in the fucking army, Vega. This is nothing by comparison of pressure. You should be okay with it.
Don't you know
war hero.
Legit, for Christ's sakes, Vega?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking shit, dude.
Okay, good. Get it right,
Army Veterans and a Clown podcast.
That's right. Fuck. And 3 guys who have been to war and 1 guy who took a really, really excruciating nature hike one time. And that's basically what it is.
Yeah, I know.
3 guys that went to war and 1 guy that went to boarding school. Yeah.
I took quite a bit of a trek up this little hill. What the?
It was quite a trek.
I don't think I could have handled boarding school, to be honest with you. I'd have got kicked out. I wouldn't have lasted 6 months.
You barely was able to handle kindergarten, for fuck's sake.
No, I didn't.
It's practically a prison, and it's more like a prisoner of war camp, I suppose,
I would imagine.
than anything else. So I'm very familiar with the ways of war, and I'm basically a veteran myself.
Oh, God.
I'll take credit for it. You want to give me a Medal of Honor? I think I earned it. I dealt with Keemstar for an extended period of time. I deserve a Medal of fucking Honor.
PTSD, motherfucker. That is true PTSD.
Yeah.
Hell, Tommy couldn't get out of grade school. Tommy couldn't get out of grade school without biting a teacher.
I wish you would have died on that hike, man.
You would have died on the nature hike.
I wish I had died.
No, that would be bad for all of us. Whose coattails would we be riding now? Fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
God.
I
Well,
saw,
yeah,
you know,
I'm
the
looking
four fat
forward to the
bastards.
first episode we do. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about. I suppose we are going to talk about Baited a little bit. We've got to. But I also want to talk about this PewDiePie. Is a what did he say?
I think he said a word I'm familiar with.
I think he said the same word that everybody seems to be saying right now on fucking YouTube. The N-word. Everybody's doing it.
It's a kind of weird taboo with this word. And it's the only word, I believe, that you have to say the N-word instead of just nigger. You know, it's the only word.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird taboo. Yeah. And yeah, I'd like to go and explore that because obviously Tommy did it fucking drunk on his stream the other night. And that got blown up.
Let's, you know what? We're not going to tell the story here,
no, but
let's tell the whole behind the scenes Baited story when I called you up and started screaming at you at the top of my lungs for doing the same thing that I did the other night. You want to do that, clown? We'll save it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I will tell the whole story because I get the feeling that Nick Cash knew about it because when I got in my fight with him is when clown leaves you, you're fucked and irrelevant. So he must have known. It must have gotten around the YouTube community what a huge fit I threw.
You did throw a fit.
Right.
Yeah. Dave. Yeah.
It's fucking great. I'm looking forward to this entire thing because I want to know if Twitter is right and Tommy is becoming the next Keemstar. Is that happening? Holy shit. How big of a cunt is Clown going to be? And what am I going to do? Am I just going to suck everyone off? I have a feeling. I mean...
Yes.
You're just going to be you're going to be what Tommy was for Baited, I think. Just like the laugh track.
A laugh track? Fuck.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle that.
Can you fulfill this role? Can you fill your shoes?
I'm the smallest guy here, but I probably have the biggest ego. It's fucking awful.
I think that might be accurate.
Yeah,
I think
fuck
that might
you.
be. All right.
Fuck
Do you want
you.
to take calls, or do we want to suck each other's dick all day?
I think we should get some calls.
Yeah, we can take some calls. Let's take some calls.
Here's how we're going to do it tonight, kids. We're going to be taking calls through Tommy's Discord. I put the link in the description box. I will also drop it in the chat right now. 3, 2, 1. Drop. Go into Tommy's Discord. That's the only place that we are taking calls. Tommy will bring you up one at a time, and you can get your call, and then he will blow your stupid ass up if you're too annoying. Sound good? Wasn't a fucking question.
I can't blow you up, but I will get rid of you if you aggravate the shit out of me. Killer Kelpie, you're on the air with the new Catch 33 podcast, Vega, Dead on Dave, and of course, ColossalsCrazy. What's up? Killer?
Good start.
It's going to be 33%, right?
From what? Ask the question. You're already on my nerves.
Fuck.
Go, start.
Oh, God, sucks, Tommy. Jesus, man. Choose better.
Just think, if there's something retarded, think of kids. All right, bye.
All right. Yep. What the fuck is wrong with that kid?
It's your Discord,
Good start.
man.
Good start.
By the way, your Discord is one of the most cancerous fucking places I've ever been in my life.
I know.
Unbelievable. By the way, big shout out to everybody who's here. Thank you guys for joining us.
All right, let's put in. This guy might be smart. I don't know. Sloth on the air.
Yeah, perfect name.
All right. I got 2 questions for Colossal, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. You know the series you have on your Discord, the call from bizarre creature stuff?
Right. Yeah.
You and Pitplaid?
My favorite.
That shit.
Yeah.
Do you actually not like him, no. or are you
I mean, I like him. I think everyone has that idiot friend, and just Pitplaid fulfills that role. But he wouldn't hurt a fly. He would absolutely not hurt a fly. He just eats them. That's it. That's not too much.
and takes pictures of.
He's a monster. But no, I just make fun of him. He's very fun to make fun of, and I guess he's kind of my friend, but I'd never admit that publicly.
Kind of my friend.
You ever think if we had a slow drama? Because I really want to push out 4 episodes a week, Clown. I really want to make that effort. We get things going. Do you think
you want to do 4 episodes of Catch 33 a week?
A month. He means a month. He doesn't know how to fucking talk most of the time. He meant month.
I was gonna say.
Oh, a month. I think we can do that. I think it's manageable. But it's, I guess, Catch 33 is all very dependent, as Baited was, on drama and what's going on in the community. So if there's nothing going on, then there's really nothing to talk about.
Because Tom and I really want to work
and
with
effectively,
Pitplaid.
I guess we have got quite a few things to talk about with the first episode of Catch 33 this time. such as, what happened with Baited. I think everybody wants to know, so we are going to cover that a bit. And of course, I do want to go over this PewDiePie thing, but other than that, nothing really new has happened. Not really.
No, not.
So the show is very much dependent on what is going on at the time. And if there's nothing going on, then there's nothing to talk about.
Well, every time it gets slow, we'll just bring in Pip Lad. There we go. Problem solved. We'll just bring in Pip.
Yeah, for sure. You can only do that once, though, and I think you can only have him on once.
Oh, he's good all the time.
If you guys,
he's great.
If you guys could have any guest on first, not first episode, but after that, who would it be? Each one of you would have a pick. Perfect.
Well, I think we've got to have Keemstar on at some point.
Oh God, yeah, that's a great idea. So you can tell me to shove it up my ass?
I don't think he would be 100% opposed to the idea.
I don't think he would either. He's such an egomaniac that he'd have to come on and tell us how bad we suck.
Probably.
If you harass him enough,
I wouldn't mind either.
Maybe you can tell me to shove more things up my ass. That'd be great. I'll do it.
And then delete the video like the
I'll
coward
do it.
he is.
I'll shove everything up my ass. I don't give a fuck. I'll shove this whole goddamn channel right up it. It's big. It's copious.
PewDiePie. Philly D.
PewDiePie would obviously be. We'll never get him, but yeah, obviously it'd be a good. Scarce has messaged me and he said he'd like to come on at some point, and I think he would be good, especially considering the episode we did with him on Baited was cancelled. So
Scarce didn't believe me. He thought the whole thing we did with Baited was a big work. You know that? And very disappointed in John Scarce.
Hey, for anybody that thought that that was a viewer, right? And then I got into the call for the first time, and I'll tell you right now, because I even seen a couple of videos saying this whole thing's manufactured. Yeah. As somebody that was in that call, the second I mentioned anything was fake, the thing blew up, and yeah, it's for real.
Yeah.
It's 100%.
The whole thing is 100% real.
I'm surprised Scarce
no
said
act,
it, to be honest, because he was literally a part of the show. Yeah. I mean, he was there at the time.
Are you really disappointed that Scarce didn't know it, though, Tommy? I mean, this is fucking Scarce that we're talking about. Dishwater fucking Scarce.
I mean, I like
Scarce, too.
I like Scarce, but I mean, if somebody says they're homeless, it's going right to the fucking headline. And if something like this happens, where you actually could probably wounded Keemstar a little bit, I don't know, guys. I think you're fucking me off here.
Yeah.
Oh, but, apparently we got a little bit of breaking news. A little bit of breaking news.
In fairness to him, he did the research and he did a lot of work beforehand, which is why I think he won the argument against Keemstar. But I did offer to Scarce, and I said to him at the time, if you want this episode up, just tell me, because I will release it, because you were the guest, and you came on to defend yourself, and you just tell me you want this episode up, it goes up. Yeah. But I think there is a good reason why he didn't automatically say yes. And I think it was because myself and Tommy, for that matter, did bring up some good arguments against Scarce, and they were probably things that he didn't want released and didn't want to be known to the public. And there was one in particular which I think made him look quite bad, as I recall. Tommy, do you remember this?
Yes, I do. I don't want to expose him.
I'm probably not going to say it because obviously the episode has not been released. Yeah. But yeah, I think that was the reason Scarce didn't want the episode up.
No, and neither did Keen, because he looked like a ridiculous asshole too. But what a shock! But the thing is with the Scarce, this whole thing around the Scarce episode, it was terrible. It was two guys. It's what YouTube drama. It's Keemstar YouTube drama to the first power. It was, you're a bad person. No, you're a bad person. No, you're a bad person. No, you're a bad person. And that's all it was, is a you're a bad person match, because we all know if you can convince the 15-year-olds, the 12-year-olds on YouTube, if you're a bad person, then you lose subs.
All you got to do. That's all you got to do. Yeah. It's that simple.
Yeah.
That simple. A little bit of breaking news.
I'd like to hear what he has to say.
I didn't think it was the best episode. It wasn't the most entertaining episode. It was a little bit boring in some places, but I think it would have still been good to have up.
Clown, we started typing to each other during it, I mean, Jesus. We started sending each other nudes, for Christ's sakes. I mean, it was like, dude.
I'm more interested in hearing on what he has to say about, giving him that platform so he can respond to all the pokes and all that bullshit that's coming on the other side. That way you can hear him, unfiltered. That's what I'm interested in.
I also want to hear. I want to hear from him now that he's had this whole fucking transformation with Zoe Berger. Holy shit!
Yeah, I know.
He's like a completely different fucking person.
Fucking great.
I'm telling you.
His entire YouTube persona has literally changed overnight.
I love it.
And I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, who the fuck knew? Who knew that charisma was sexually transmitted? My fucking God. My fucking God.
Do you call it charisma? See, I don't know if it's charisma.
It's more than he had.
He cleaned his pipes out. He's good.
That was not fucking hard. you can add a fucking you can put a sticker on a brick, but it's still a fucking brick. You know.
Good point.
It's just a brick with a sticker on it.
I don't know. He dresses in black now. That's what I like about it. You know, he dumped the flannel. He's lost a few pounds. And
buying a Harley next week.
You know, I asked Zoe if she had anything to do with that, and I was trying not to be a scumbag about it. It's like, did you tell him anything? And she was like really vague. She was like saying yes and no. But you know what? I got to be honest with you. You know, having a good, like in Germany when I was 28 years old and got here, and you have a good run in the weekend with the German girls, you know, you start to feel fucking pretty comfortable in your own goddamn shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Walk a little taller, you know? Fuck.
That's gonna.
Apparently, in Scarce the Case, you put on Kermit costumes.
Yes.
Can we address the ultimate question? Is Scarce gay or not? Just a yes or no answer, Tommy.
Oh, ridiculous.
No.
And it's
Tommy,
so funny.
yes or no?
Like it's so funny because like Keem is on this. It almost feels like a coke fueled crazy, just nutcase. We're out to get everybody and destroy everybody, just like Ethan said would happen, just like Hilla. I'd love to talk about that conversation when Hilla was in the chat with me, you, and Ethan.
Hilla, you fucking mongrel! Jesus Christ! Pronounce the woman's name correctly. Hilla.
What's her
name?
fuck?
Hilla.
Sent her a DM. She didn't answer me. That's why I'm not saying her name right. But,
see, that's a good fucking guest. An interesting one.
Should be great.
Instead of having Ethan and Hilla on the show, just have fucking Hilla.
Oh, that's
just on her own, without fucking Ethan.
Great idea.
That is good.
Yeah, I bet she's got some great stories too.
I don't think anyone has ever done
seriously.
that.
No, everything is
like,
done.
Ethan can fuck off for a minute, go do whatever he does.
But do you remember when we were sitting in the call with Ethan and her, and we took a break? And I don't know if you were in the call or not, but Hilla just let this like ultra long lecture to Keem, and I could feel Keem's fucking head about to explode, and she was like, you know, a couple months ago, you know, you wouldn't stop, and you were like a big monster, and it seems like you're getting better. But now I'm starting to think that maybe that you have learned your lesson, and you could just hear fucking the sweat popping out of Keem's pores. And he kept going on and on. Well, you know, and it was fucking funny, and I wish I would have recorded it.
The forehead sweat dripping onto the keyboard.
Oh, it was unbelievable. And she, your key, I was getting so uncomfortable. But she was right. She was right. You're right, Hilla. I can't wait to have you on the show. Hilla.
I love how that was her contribution to the entire podcast, by the way. Like, she sat there the entire time listening to Ethan and us speak. And just at the end, she's like, well, Keemster, you are a fucking monster. I can't even like, that was it. You are a fucking monster.
Oh my god. I want to get Zoe on at some point because I want to make sex between Colossal and Zoe happen. I think that this baby needs to be made, and it would be fucking epic. So I want her on.
Listen,
just so
I've explained to Zoe, and I've told her very clear and very simply, $10,000 to charity, not to me, to charity, and I will fly out, and you can suck my dick. So,
what a good guy.
That's
magnanimous. That's literally it. $10,000. I'm willing to let you suck my dick. You know, and it would be almost a crime against humanity if I didn't let this happen. Like, think of the children. Think of the fucking children. If I didn't allow this to happen, obviously, don't think of the children while I'm not thinking of children while she's sucking my dick.
No, I don't fuck.
Think of the children for the charity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like, holy shit, I've got to do it.
I do it. It's wonderful.
You want to take another call? Hey, does anybody think this is going to be a circle jerk dick sucking contest? I think it's already better than baited, and we're not even fucking trying, kids. Let's put a call. Shot to the anus. Shot to the anus. You're on the air. Yeah. What do you got?
Okay, sorry. Okay, so I got a question for Clown.
Shocker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just Clown first, but then it could apply to all of you in general. So based on how Keem, asked for episodes to be cut, and he was basically, the big, kahuna, he was the one that decided if episodes would be released. Could you, in theory, Clown, release, other episodes that were, cut off? Because...
No, I won't do that. Like I've said many times, and it doesn't really matter anyway, because these old episodes that were recorded and I started editing,
they're gone.
Not including the ones which Keemstar didn't even send the audio for. I've now deleted off my computer. Like, I checked the other day to see if the episode that we never recorded and which Tommy played in his stream the other night, to see if I still had it. It's gone. It's fucking gone. I got about halfway through editing it. I promised not to release it, so I wasn't going to release it anyway. But even if I wanted to, I couldn't. So.
Well, you just deflated Tommy. Tommy's not happy about that news.
I don't know. I don't care anymore. No, I don't. I really don't.
It's like one of those things I told Tommy at the time, and I told him several times, like, Tommy, sorry, like, I know you want this episode out, but I know a lot of other people want this episode out, but
I got something out of it.
And I stand by what I agreed to do, and I'm not going to do it.
No, it's probably for the best long term. Probably for the best long term.
I don't care. I honestly don't care as much as you might think. There was a time when I really gave a shit.
Yeah, 3 days ago.
I mean, well, yeah. Yeah, I don't give a shit because A, I got to play the last part. B, Keen keeps repeating the same narrative over and over and over again with no evidence. And it's so obvious. Like the garbage he's going on about me is just, if you tell a lie long enough and then he's got a bigger audience and he's just going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and hope that it has some kind of impact. It has not had the impact that he's hoped, so he's just going to keep trying. And I know what a psycho he is because I know the way we couldn't let go Great and Leafy. So I mean, it's always going to be like that. We're always going to be connected to Keem in some way or another, unless I don't know Andy and
Chad.
Chad. What's Chad? Is that his name?
Chad. Anything for food. Yeah. I mean, anything for views.
The Australian hipster hillbilly.
Right.
Yeah, him too. And they're probably going to leave him one day too because those guys seem to be free spirits.
Honestly, Chad seems to have his diabetic foot already out the door, to be completely honest. But
yeah, he does feel that way when you listen to him. You know, and I don't blame. You know what?
I don't think that actually. I think he's probably the one who wants to keep the podcast going the most.
He
I would
seems
actually
very
say it's like the
indifferent.
most
I got to be honest.
You did see. Well, wait a minute. You were on with No Fuckers, clown. You were on with No Fuckers. And he mentions, like, I don't even know how long I'm going to do this. That was the words out of his mouth. I don't know if you're still on with No Fuckers or not.
Oh yeah, for sure. For as long as he's enjoying it, he's going to keep doing it. But if there's one day, fuck this shit, I'm not enjoying it anymore, then he's going to walk. But I think he is actually enjoying it, and he loves being a part of it.
Oh, fair
enough. I think he wants to keep doing it as long as he can. That's the impression that I got, anyways.
I can't wait to the I Forgive Clown and Tommy episode when he's screaming at fucking Chad. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, we need them to fuck up so we can hurry up and get all this shit out of the way. That's right. Speaking of impact and everything, guys. Speaking of impact, I got to say thank you.
He's actually a good guy. Like, I probably want to speak more about the cast members, the new cast members of Baited on the new show tomorrow. But I will say this for Chad, like, he's a nice guy when I speak to him in privately, like, very nice person. Not at all what his character would seem to be on Twitter and on Baited and wherever.
Very surprising.
And I definitely get this impression that he really wants to give it a go. And in fairness, like, it's been hard for Andy and Chad to fulfill the shoes that we left behind.
What's a different show? It's not the same show. It's a completely different show.
I want Clown back. I want Tommy the fucking hyena back on Baited. Like, where are these guys gone? Nobody likes change. So, of course, it was a very hard role to fill. And they're already by that fact.
I think that's what bothers me the most and what I'm salty about. Not so much that I'm not there anymore, and not so much what goes down. The fact that it's still called Baited. You know, who's Keemstar and Friends, and there's going to be a rotating fucking... there's always going to be a rotating cast over there. It's just the way it's going. I just wish you would just change the name of it.
It's Van Halen, Van Hagar, man. It really is.
Yes.
Oh, Chat is saying let Dave speak.
I've got to say thank you to you guys because speaking of impact, your guys' impact. I'm talking to you guys on the calls right now. Propelled me through the course of the stream. We're over 6,000 subscribers here on Dead on Day Productions, and we're going up and up and up. And it's all, dude. I lucked out so hard because Tommy lucked out, and we're all just fucking lucky. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. Taking me on this fucking crazy journey.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. Well,
speaking of fucking subs, how the fuck doesn't Vega have more than all of us right now? He might be the most talented guy on this fucking call. I'm not even kidding.
Editing-wise, I would have to agree.
He's unreal.
Can we, Vega, you should type your name in the chat and then tell people to sub you because, I mean, this guy makes full-blown movies. His content is elite and better than some of the guys that have over 1 million subs. I'm comfortable saying he's much more talented than I am. At least he does. I mean, I don't think I could do. I don't know if he could do what I do, but I does. I might give him a shot one day. But I definitely couldn't do what he does, at least at this point. Yeah. You really ought to check Vega's stuff out. I know it sounds like a shameless plug, but when I see 700 subs, it just doesn't even seem right.
Trust me, they'll thank us for that plug because his shit is amazing. It's really, really fucking amazing.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
And let me ask you something. I want to ask you something, Vega. Like, you obviously you did a serious combat tour in Afghanistan, and then you got back and said you bought a bunch of equipment and you went to school I guess to be a graphic artist and something with audio visual. You can give me the name of it in a second. And you just sat down and you learned it back in fucking right?
Well, when I first came back from the military, I spent about a year helping my family out with the bills. And then I took back off overseas for 2.5 years straight contracting for the government. So like private military. So from there is when I came back, had a bunch of money, bought a rig. I was real interested in starting a business and doing all this stuff. But the actual amount of money that it costs to hire people like what I can do now is a lot of money. So I just sat down, watched a few videos, and I taught myself the whole thing in 4 months. I didn't go out. I didn't drink. I didn't do shit. All I did was sit down and YouTube everything. And from then on out, the result is what you see on any one of my videos. Each one, focused. The goal is to be better. So
and it's going to smoke anything that's out there. It's like, from what I understand, you built a world for us. So if we get a new guest or something, he can be a part of that animated world. If I'm not correct.
Yeah, I talked to Dolan, and I'm going to put together a video for him. To show him the actual environment.
Dolan Dark at it again. I swear this fucking duck.
No, listen, I told him. I
asked for a favor. I swear, if you watch my Dolan Dark roast thing, the whole part of this roast, this whole part of this rap song is him begging me to do this fucking rap song for him.
He didn't ask me.
He asks everyone for favors. This fucking duck. I swear to Christ.
Well,
everyone.
I don't know about that shit, clown.
That's
but
funny.
I know with me, all I did was offer because I was doing it anyway and was going to put it out, but I just give it to him and anybody else that wanted it that I'm actually talking to behind the scenes so they can see what actually goes into it. And I'm going to obviously send it to you guys so you can actually see beyond what the actual audience sees, so you can see how much work and details are actually in the background and even in front of you.
I can't wait.
You'd be a little surprised too about what's not very detailed but comes out very detailed with like a couple of tricks.
It's amazing.
Well, you got to teach me how to do that shit, Vega. Do you use After Effects? Is that the program?
I use almost every piece of software Adobe has, and the best thing about it is that they all link together. So if I can go in there and make Dave, for example, have a beanie on.
Yes.
And then if I feel like, or Dave calls me up and he's like, "Hey, take the fucking beanie off. Never mind. I shaved my head." I can go back into Photoshop, click save after I shave his head, and it saves in After Effects.
Oh, do not shave my head. I have a fucking misshapen fucking dome. Don't do that. That's not good.
That's the power of Adobe, though. You can't top Adobe just because.
Yes, because everybody wants to see cancer patient Dave. That's what they want to see. Fuck, man. Oh,
the problem with I looked into buying all the programs for Adobe myself, but it's expensive. It's an expensive thing to buy.
$30
unless you pirate it, which I guess most people do, but I don't really normally pirate things. So
can I suggest eating Carolina Reapers, clown? It'll pay for it. Eat some Carolina Reapers. That's what whore your mouth out. It's what I did. It works.
Like $20 a month.
To put more calls on because we did promise Q&A.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to take some more calls?
All right.
Yeah.
Foul fuck. Let's see if he makes it. Foul fuck. You're out of here. You're not ready.
You have an amazing Discord, by the way.
Oh,
C-Man. I love my Discord. Guys, I'm probably gonna get rid of it because it pissed me off. C-Man, you're here. C-Man. Going once, going twice. Goodbye, C-Man.
Ah, C-Man, disappointing.
Yeah, gutter cheese. You're on here. No, gutter cheese blew it. Be ready, folks.
Be ready.
Pugs on here. Pugs, you're on here.
Hey, guys, looking forward to the podcast. And I just wanted to ask, there was few moments when I was watching the Baited podcast, and I thought to myself, well, Kim's not that bad, actually. So do you think he kind of missed a chance to redeem his reputation?
Again?
I'd like to answer that. I realized over the last couple of weeks that we never really redeemed Keem the human being. Keem's a horrible human being. But we did, I think what me and Clown did is we redeemed his entertainment persona. One of the things is when he went on his deliberate attack to fucking on Clown and on me, because they weren't it wasn't Baited couldn't just end. It had to end with it being somebody's fault, and it was either going to be Clown or mine if Keemstar had anything to do with it. But what ended up happening is, oh fuck, what was your question again? Sorry.
So he missed a chance to.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So he redeemed his thing, and I think what happened was once he got back on top, he freaked out. But what he's finding out is nobody thinks Daniel Keem is a very good person. What they do is a tremendous entertainer. So in that sense, you're 100% correct. He did miss his opportunity. But the way he sees it is this. I didn't deserve what I got all along, and now I'm just going to go back to being and doing what I was prior to this incident. Baited to me, all 14 episodes or 13 episodes is one giant Keemstar victim card. I'm proud of the episodes, but at the end of the day, it was a huge victim card. And I wonder sometimes, and I'll have some, I won't be guilty at the end of the month when I get my paycheck, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. I have been having this crisis of the last couple days. Is wrong as I think Great and Leafy were, and I both told it to their faces. I wonder if they shouldn't have been allowed to finish him off because he's such a horrible human being.
Damn.
You're putting it out like he's evil there. I don't think he's evil. I think he's a bit of a cunt, but he's not evil.
I'm sorry. No, see, I think he is, dude. No, and I think he used you. I think
he's Fousey Tube evil.
Yeah. Behind Baited was to use one of the most credible people and then pull their audio every single time it didn't go his way. He only gave in once. That was the Great and Leafy episode when we all look like idiots.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you can even go farther back a little bit more and look at the entire Tommy NC situation and how he got Tommy involved in the first fucking place to begin with. It seems like he brought a guy in who was one of the only people who brought him on a show, called him a cunt, brought him in as like, look what I'll do for this guy. And then 3 episodes in, by his own fucking admission now, tries to get rid of him. I mean, that's pretty fucking
I would be very hesitant to call him.
You know what, Dave? You can take your opinion and shove it up your ass. All right?
Right up my ass. Right? That's right.
No, I'm not hesitant at all. I think he fits. He did exactly what Ethan asked him. Are you going to do this when you get back? And what was his response? I was hanging around a lot of bad people, Leafy and Grade. Well, let me ask you something, Clown. You're good friends with them. Are they evil?
No.
Okay, somebody's got to go. Somebody's wrong.
Somebody is the problem.
And I'm not saying
evil is a fucking strong word.
It is a strong word. I don't think it's appropriate either.
Fousey Tube did evil. Keemstar's just a bit of a cunt. You know, as I'm a bit of a cunt sometimes, as you're a bit of a cunt sometimes. To be honest, when it comes to Keem and myself, like
call his names,
all the shit he did,
he wanted the channel to get.
I'm willing to forgive for it. Like eventually, I think.
I'm gonna be. I think you're naive, and I mean that respectfully. I mean, I do. I think you're naive.
Naive in what sense? Because I know he's a cunt. Right, I know he's a cunt.
I think he thinks you're naive in the fact that you're willing to accept that level of cuntiness.
Yeah.
Accept it in what way? That I'm willing to forgive it.
Yes, Tommy doesn't forgive that level.
There's nothing wrong with forgiving someone for being a cunt.
People have forgiven serial killers for killing their family. It doesn't make them any less of a fucking serial killer.
Serial killer though.
I think he's a stone sociopath. He could not walk away with this without damaging one of us. Yeah. He couldn't, and you're okay with that. I'm not.
And the funny thing is, he could have. The funny thing is, he could have, Clown. He could have walked away without this going the way it did. He totally could have walked away without this going the way it did. That's the thing, too. This did not have to get as bloody as it turned out to fucking be. And that is not on Tommy. I do not feel that's on Tommy.
But I want to cut this off because this is too fucking good. Pugs, thanks for the call. Great call. Okay, that sounds like something that should be the podcast. Let's start bringing people in.
For sure.
Don't give away what we could sell. Fuck, yeah, my God.
But I think it's an exaggeration.
I agree with that. It is an exaggeration. I agree with that.
I don't think so at all. I tell you something. If it is an exaggeration, I certainly don't mean it to be. I absolutely mean every word I say. Harris, 1815, you're on the air. You're not ready and you're gone. Dave's arm fat, you're on the air. No, he's going to miss it. These people are stupid.
I got some good arm fat.
Ali, A-A-L-I, you're on the air, man.
Hey, I'm here. So I got 2 questions. Is Pippo ever gonna be on the show because he's my favorite?
Yeah, he might be. What the fuck is that accent?
It sounds like a Pip fan accent.
Like this guy a lot.
I'm from Texas.
Yeah, I don't believe.
South Central Texas? Where are you from?
fucking Jolly Rancher on here.
Holy shit.
Christmas.
My God.
What's the second question?
What's your opinion on Donald Dark?
He's fucking dark. That's the only opinion.
Subscribe.
He's loyal to an end. He's loyal to a fucking
You're the only
guy.
You said you're a great dude. Clown, one of the few YouTubers you trust totally, right?
Yeah, genuinely. I trust him with like my life at this point. To be
Really?
honest, like maybe that's better.
Osborne
Yeah, he's probably
is-
the person I trust the most online.
Well,
But he's got to stop fucking asking people to do him favors for his videos.
I'll do him a favor. I'll do him a
Chuck,
video.
you can ask me for anything, anytime.
He subs me. That's fine. I don't fucking care. David Osborne reviews. You're on the air. And you blew it. Daily Fire. You're on the air. And almost you blew it.
So this question is directed towards all three of you.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask, what was your opinion on Keemstar, or basically the two new baited podcasts, mostly taking place just like shit talking Tommy or just talking about the old baited in general?
Let's give Dave a shot first to answer that.
Yes, because I may not get another chance.
You might.
I thought it felt very forced. I think it's basically the same opinion as everybody seems to be having on the internet. The first episode felt very forced. There wasn't hardly any chemistry. Second episode, I did think was markedly better, right up until the point where Keem loses his fucking mind and goes on a Tommy hatred fucking rant. Other than that, I feel like they were starting to gel a little bit. I could not believe how much I actually do like Andy. I was not prepared because I've never been a fan. I've told Tommy that. He knows that. I'm just not a fan of what Andy has done in the past. But I like him more, what he's been doing in the second episode. Chad is Chad, and if you dig him, if you like people who eat bugs, that's your fucking guy.
What do you mean? He's a sophisticated bug eater. He has strong opinions on YouTube.
He's
the guy that
fucking-
eats bugs. You know what he does? You know what he does, Dave? He takes his camera outside. Most of these fucking jack fucks on YouTube just put gameplay. He takes his camera outside. Didn't you know that?
He's Joey fucking Salads, man. He's Australian Joey Salads. That's who he is.
Want to answer the question? You want to answer Daily Fire's question, Clown? About the last two episodes of Baited?
Yeah, I thought they apart from the one joke about the army, they handled talking about Baited average, apart from that one joke. The second episode was kind of like not required.
Right.
Because Baited had already been discussed and they didn't need to keep going on about it. And so to continue to talk about Baited when they've already talked about Baited and said, oh, we're not going to talk about Baited anymore, let's just cover it and move on, this is our own show now, etc. It should have been handled in the first episode. And then just fucking moved on and not even mentioned in the second episode. So that was their mistake. Yeah.
And this is why you're fucking naive, because this is the same thing that happened to us. It's the exact same thing, Clown.
You do think it's going to be a bit like, obviously Baited was...
Yes, it's never going to
because
end.
The first few
It's
episodes
never
were
ending.
against Sleepy and Great.
Same.
Do I see it a bit like Tommy and Clown are going to be these two people? Well, I don't think myself, but I do think you, a little bit.
Well, good. I'm still right.
Jesus.
You're still kind of right, and I do think they are going to make a few more episodes where they can't help but mention Tommy C. Yeah,
Good.
I do see that being a possibility.
I said you couldn't.
As far as I go, I don't think they're gonna mention me too much.
No,
but
why
yeah,
would they?
I mean, you bring this on yourself, Tommy. Like, what do you fucking expect? You're constantly on Twitter. You're making so many fucking tweets about it. You just need to shut up.
He's not
Just make
wrong
it
there,
one
Tommy.
thing about it. There is no point. I told this to you the other day. Like, what the fuck is the point of going like tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet? You know, just to say one thing that you could have said in either a live stream or one twit longer, as I do. When you make loads of tweet like this, it does look like you're playing the victim card, or it does look like you're trying to milk the situation. I know you don't make money from tweets, but it still looks like that, and it does look like that you can't let it go. So there's a right way and there's a wrong way to handle things, and in my opinion, you handled it fucking wrong.
In some ways, again, I want to fight, and I want to fight. I like to fight. You know,
Loves
and
to
that's
fight.
it. And everything you said is 100% correct.
The thing is, you say, "Oh, I like to fight," and you're like, "Oh, well, why is Keemstar going on and on?" Well, you're the one who's also going on and on, Tommy.
I said that once. I never said why he's going on. I said bring it. I said as much as you want. Keep his name in your mouth. I told you he couldn't keep my name out of my mouth if my dick was in it, and my dick is touching his fucking esophagus.
To be fair, every single time there has been an agreement to stop the fighting, every single time Tommy has adhered to it for a little bit of time. And then Keem goes and breaks it and Tommy goes fucking crazy. That's what happens. That's what's happened at least 3 times now. It's fucking crazy.
Daily Fire wants to hear what I have to say about it. It's my turn, Dave.
Go ahead.
I wish them the best of luck. They're good guys. Bye-bye.
Yeah, there you go. I
All right,
wish
what
them the
else?
best of luck too, to be honest. Yeah, fuck, why not?
Look, I don't think it's going to last longer than 6 episodes. Personally, I don't see it.
I hope.
It's a realistic thing. Maybe it will, but I don't see it happening. Look, the chemistry is not dreadful.
It's not
but
there,
it's certainly
though.
not what's with Baited.
No.
And I like Chad, and I like Andy. And Andy's just a nice guy, and I think he adds to the podcast, but he's not amazing in a podcast environment, and neither is Chad, in all fairness. I'm sorry.
I think that's
I'd stick up for him. They haven't done it before. I mean, fairness to him. And I talked to Andy privately, and I think he's somebody that I could be friends with. I mean, he seems like a decent person. He kind of called me out a little bit, and he was right. And I'm going to talk about that in a future podcast on my own channel. Maybe on the main podcast. He actually kind of called me out personally, and I kind of admitted, yeah, you're right. You know, and he could have done it publicly, but I'm going to talk about it. I don't care. Whatever. If you're right, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Look, you can definitely tell that they are trying. They're making an active effort.
But they're not. He's going to make it about us in the form, and that's what's going to be because we know him.
The best scenario that I can hope for, Tommy, is literally like Keemstar brings up your name again, or starts talking about the old baited on the podcast, the next episode, and either Chad or Andy say, Keemstar, shut the fuck up.
I think he will eventually.
It will happen.
I can see that happening, and I can see Chad doing it, and Chad just going, Keemstar, can you shut the fuck up, and when we talk about something else.
We'll never hear that one because he'll pull the fucking audio, clown.
You know? You might be right there. But it's going to be interesting to see if this continues on.
I don't think he can pull the audio, because if he does, then the argument will be, well, why didn't you pull that one little slip of audio where he said, I hope Tommy died in the army?
Because it was vindictive. That's why. That's the answer. He wanted it in. That's the answer.
But his excuse for keeping it up and his reason for keeping it up was because he had cancelled so many episodes in the past when we were doing the old baited. And he said, oh, well, I can't do that anymore because they started crying when I didn't release this audio.
Well, if that's the reason, why doesn't he just release the fucking audio?
He fucking gave for not cutting this clip, which I'm calling bullshit on.
Well, hypocrisy is not above Keem. Hypocrisy is not out of his wheelhouse. You know,
I want to talk.
But if that's the first thing I thought of when I heard him say that, like, oh, people are gonna complain. I'm like, well, if that's the real reason, then why don't you just drop the audio? Like the audio from Baited, you know how Tommy did it? Why don't you just drop everything you have?
Because I made a fucking promise. That's why I said no.
Not you. I'm talking about Keem. Why doesn't Keem do it?
No, because he's full of shit, and the entire Baited thing was done to rehabilitate his career through two reasons: helping a poor schmuck like me and having one of the most credible people on YouTube. And the mission was over, and he ended it.
Look, personally, I want to get past all of this because I think Baited being a success. I think Baited being successful helps us. Because I do think that there will always be some type of rivalry. The better they do, I think it's better for us. We want to be linked with that because I think there is some value to that. I want to get past all this bullshit. It's fucking retarded to me at this point. It's gone on far too fucking long. I would like to get past it. However, that being said, if King keeps going, what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
Well, that's the thing. All right, my Twitter's a mess, but it's not like I'm not defending myself.
Fucking mess.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to say, sorry for interrupting, but Andy is apparently on the waiting call, and he would probably be good to drag in here.
Bring him in.
Is he on the waiting call? I don't know his fucking name, and he's gonna.
I'm assuming Andy Malinakis.
Bring him in. Who you are?
However you fucking say his name. Yeah.
Andy Malinakis, you're on the air. Andy, turn off your thing. We'll see. He's a fucking legit celeb, so I'm going to give him a chance.
Fucking ain't right. Yeah, don't blow him up immediately.
Well, he kind of used to be. I mean, he did an MTV show, but since then he's kind of the little old lady you helped cross the street.
Right.
I think Andy's going to call me out right now. But he was kind of right. I can't even fucking deny what he said was right. Andy, turn off your fucking. You've been on the internet. You've been on like Ray William Johnson. You had your own show. Can you unmute your microphone, you rocket scientist? No,
really not. Fuck, come on, we're trying here.
Jesus, he's sitting there in fucking the Hollywood Hills, fucking off, probably 6 hookers, lots of coke all over the place, and he can't unmute his microphone.
He's just shaking the microphone back and forth like, work. Fucking, come on.
We should have pushed that button right there.
Yeah. Andy Malinakis. I don't know. Normally I hang up on him at this point.
Let's try and add him to the. Andy, if you're listening, I'm going to add you to the Skype call.
Yeah, add him to the Skype call. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm on Skype, and then I'll harass you later and dox you.
There you go.
If it is actually Andy, it may be just a replica, Andy.
Well, you have Andy on your Skype, so you're going to know, right? So
that's okay.
Andy, I think this.
You can't see Gabe's Skype here.
I may have just added someone completely random to the call.
On the floor right now, coke's all over the floor. He's spilling. He's putting one wire, changing the wires. Hey, can't go.
Well, if he can't unmute the microphone, it doesn't matter if he's on Skype, Discord. It doesn't matter.
He's got a Jerry Garcia looking fucking image in the background. I don't know what the fuck that is, but Jesus Christ.
I can't even. I'm not even looking at it.
He's gone now. I don't know what's happening.
He is.
I'd like to get him on. I would love to fucking
That's
hear
him. Oh, no, that wasn't.
That wasn't him. He's bullshitting us.
I don't think he's going to join.
Oh, somebody in the chat says Andy's streaming Rust right now.
If you go on there, well, guess what? I hope he keeps screaming at him right now because you know he's listening.
People in the chat are saying that Andy's actually live. People are saying that Andy's actually live right now streaming Rust. So.
Oh, so they fooled us.
Oh, so yeah, bullshitting.
I don't know if that's
well done.
I could be getting lied again.
That's why we don't listen to the fucking chat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That was your fault, not mine. Listen, I think we said enough. We're all going on about Baited all day. I'm excited about the next episode. I think we walk right now and we go in our freaking Catch 33 bunker and we put out the bet.
Why is it a bunker? Why is it a fucking bunker?
Because bunkers are awesome, very American.
Yes, and German too. If you want to kill yourself.
Very true. Yes.
But yes, and I think we end this. We go into the bunker. We produce, and if this call is any indication, if this podcast is any indication of what you guys are going to expect, I think it's going to be really funny, really great, and cover YouTube drama or YouTube news better than absolutely everybody. And I believe that. And Vega's going to outperform everyone.
Agreed. I'm
fucking. By the way, every episode is. I'm planning to make it different.
Oh, that's sexy as fuck. God, that's sexy. I fucking love it. I love ambition.
I already saw somebody do an animation of the 4 fat bastards and of their heads and all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, okay. So now I'm pretty much taking it as something's going on. So,
but this is good shit. I appreciate all you guys for being on here. Let's go round table one more time. Clown, what are your expectations for Baited real quick? Let's start with you. Not Baited, excuse me. Catch 33. What are your expectations?
It's going to be fun to do. I hope people will enjoy it as well. I'm hoping to bring a small kind of fan base to it to tune in on a regular basis and call in, and a just dedicated, small but dedicated following. Basically, that's the best I can hope for. If it's more than that, great.
Fucking A, right. Tommy C, what are your expectations?
Fucking Rich. This fucking limey over here, right here, is like half-assed. I think it'll be small. It'll be great. I want to beat everybody and destroy everyone, whether it's Chaos Silencer, Hot Wet Soup, or any other fucking podcast. I want Joe Rogan calling me, tell me to cool off. That's what I want.
Fair enough. Vega, what are your expectations?
Visually, I want it to be something never seen before. So people say you have podcasts, you can go to SoundCloud for that shit. I don't know what you're gonna call this. So
I think we're gonna call it fucking
hopefully
awesome.
they name it something else. Right. I don't know what you call it, but it's something.
Well, regardless of any of that, man, I hope that you guys are enjoying what you're listening to, and I hope you're going to enjoy what you're going to get. Wednesday is the day we'll be filming, because that is when Clown gets his new cable that has female ends, not male ends, right, Clown? I know you were trying to get those male end cables.
Right. I ordered the female ends.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, not good. There you go.
Of course you did.
So I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys so much for wanting to do this on here. That fucking means the world to me. Thank you so much for that. Thanks everybody for joining, and I hope you had a good time. We will see you next time on Catch 33. On Wednesday will be filmed, so a couple days after that, 24 to 48 hours after, it will be up. Go check out the YouTube channel, Catch 33. Go do it. Follow us on Twitter. We got a fan-run Twitter handle, Catch 33 Podcast. It's fan-run, but we're all supporting it. Make sure you check that out. Check out everybody who is here on the panel right now. ColossalisCrazy, Tommy C's over at Tommy C's SFTP, and of course, Lord Vega. What's the name of your channel? It's on my featured channels list, but what's the name of your channel, Vega?
Lord Vega.
Lord Vega. Boom. There you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Fuck's sake, Dave.
I'm bad at my job. Are we shocked at this?
It's ASMR. That's what it's called. Of course, it's called
Vega.
Yeah. But that's about going to do it for us. Make sure you're here live tonight for Monday Night Raw review. I'll be live right after Monday Night Raw. Make sure you're here for that. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button on the way out. As always, if you don't
fucking end the podcast, Dave.
If you don't have talent, have talented friends. You got to do it a certain way, man. People are expecting.
Oh, yeah, he's a radio guy.
I'm a radio guy. If you don't have talent, have talented friends.
Spends 5 minutes trying to say goodbye.
Well, fine. Fuck off then. All right, fuck off. Everybody die and fucking.
I got a hooker waiting in the next room.
Y'all are a bunch of bitches, man. Fuck this. I quit. Goodbye.